Hello there, small business community. My name is Leland McFarland, and I'm from Small Business Trends, and this is the Small Biz Spotlight, where we like to shine a light on some of the news, deals, and information small business owners might be interested in. Now, I'm doing this a little bit early because this week I'm going to be going to Atlanta, Georgia, where my friends Brent Leary and Paul Greenberg are going to be hosting their IRL event, and I get to be one of the speakers. I'm going to be speaking at it. It's going to be a lot of good information for small business owners. If you are interested in learning more about CRMs, business in general, they are going to have not one, not two, not three, but 4 live streams. And somewhere in all that chaos, I'm going to be talking a little bit. Not only myself, I'm going to be on with Ramon Ray and John Lawson. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. If you want to join, you don't have to go all the way to Atlanta. You can join by going to irl26.com and registering and attending right there and join the fun. It's going to be a blast. It's news time. So, first up, empowering rural businesses through investment innovations. So this comes from the government. So, in a pivotal hearing by the House Committee on Small Business, lawmakers emphasized the future of rural America through investments in data centers and innovation. The hearing, titled Empowering Rural America Through Investments in Innovation, spotlights how artificial intelligence and digital infrastructure can revitalize small towns. And this is very important. I live in a small town, small rural area community. We're not necessarily one of those dead towns, but we're small. We don't have a lot of jobs. We don't have a lot of opportunities. And we have had Amazon AWS come in, and it has made a day and night difference in just our small community. Subcommittee Chairman Jake Ilse highlighted the importance of expanding digital resources in rural areas as the demand for AI grows. This shift is opening up new opportunities for small businesses eager to compete in today's market. States like Texas are leading the way, showcasing a business-friendly environment that encourages investment and helps local entrepreneurs engage in the tech sector. Data centers create jobs not only directly but indirectly. Very true. For each job at a data center, up to 7 additional jobs can arise in the community. This connects local businesses to lucrative new markets. However, these opportunities also bring some challenges, particularly with the need for skilled workforce as local businesses adapt to support these tech hubs. It's not just like we need tech people. We do need tech people. We're in this area where tech is heavy because of Amazon, and so there's this big need to educate the younger generation to be able to come in and be able to perform these tech jobs. And we have that. Our local colleges are set up to be able to train them to be able to run data centers. That's great, but there's a million other jobs that come out of it. Construction, electricians are in heavy demand. They are getting paid bank where I live. You could comfortably live. You could probably make more being an electrician, going through the journeyman process, learning all those skills, going out with $0 in college debt, making more than a college graduate, even in a STEM field in this area. It is crazy. But not only that, but the article also talks about veterans returning to civilian life could play a crucial role in this. Security is a heavy, they've spent millions of dollars on these data centers. They want to protect them. They have high gates on them, and they're going to need veterans to be able to protect them. Security and veterans, great role. But not only that, they could get jobs. Air Force is a great avenue to learn a lot in the tech sector, and to be able to translate those into data centers be a really good opportunity for them as well. So we have next up a CNBC survey, SurveyMonkey poll on women in the workforce. A recent SurveyMonkey study that examined the process and challenges women face in the workplace. This is what I got here. It was conducted in February with over 6,300 participants, including 3,000 women. The study revealed that both a progress and persistent obstacle are revealed While some women report gaining flexibility in their roles, a significant number feel underrepresented in leadership positions. Small business owners are encouraged to create supportive environments that promote women's advancement, as this can help attract and retain talent while enhancing overall workplace morale. Companies that prioritize diversity often see improved business performance and innovative solutions. A representative from SurveyMonkey emphasized the need for women's voice in leadership, explaining that their presence is not only empowering individuals, but also inspiring future employees. The survey also highlights the importance of flexible work arrangements, which many women find essential for balancing their career with their family life. However, implementing these policies may face initial resistance. So clear communication and support are vital during the transition. It is nice. It's if you only have men on the board, you only got one perspective. And I'm not saying to just hire a woman for woman's sake. Hire someone who is capable, who is smart, articulate, who is built for the role, who's got, everything that they need. And then you're going to be able to succeed. I'm not the biggest fan of, well, let's just put a woman in there for woman's sake, because then you may be setting that person up to fail if they are not necessarily they don't have the right experience to be able to fully fulfill that role. You want to make sure that your employees succeed, and being able to find the right employee to be able to put into that role is also an important thing. NFIB job reports. So the Small Business Employment Index rised, yet we still got some skilled labor shortages. Small businesses are facing a mixed bag in the labor market, as revealed by the NFIB February job report. The report indicates a notable increase in the Small Business Employment Index, which climbed nearly 1 point to 0.5. This shows that while the job market is stronger than before, small business owners are still struggling to find skilled workers they need. Currently, 33% of small business owners have unfulfilled job openings from last month. Among them, 28% are specifically looking for skilled workers, highlighting a growing demand. Although more than half of business owners are hiring, nearly half struggle to find qualified candidates, leading to mismatched job openings and available talent. NFIB Chief Economist Bill Dunklenberg noted that while the labor market is tightening, businesses need more skilled workers. Plans for new hires have plateaued, with the percentage of owners intending to create jobs dipping to 12%. This reflects the continuing challenge of recruitment amid job openings. Although fewer business owners cite labor quality as their primary issue, 9% still list labor cost as a major concern. The report indicates that 34% of small business owners raised wages last month, the highest percentage seen since 2025. To attract talented employees, many are considering enhancing compensation packages or benefits. Is the dance that is always going to be happening with small businesses. It's kind of hard to compete with the bigger companies when it comes to pay and prestige. It's like, oh yeah, I worked for Microsoft or Apple, versus, oh yeah, I worked for this small outfit out over here. It's just a little bit nicer to be like, I worked for this bigger company. And on top of that, small businesses, they don't necessarily have the resources to be able to pay talent what they are needed. I know I've worked for some small businesses, and when I did, I dreamt of wanting to go and work for some of those bigger companies. But just in my area, it didn't happen. But I could see where this is going. It's a challenge for small business owners. The SBA highlights working capital loans for U.S. home builders. So in an effort to support the housing market, the Small Business Administration has launched a new program called the 7A Working Capital Pilot Program. This comes at a time when mortgage rates have dropped below 6% for the first time in 3 years, which would help boost home constructions. The program is aimed at helping builders gain access to financial resources needed to speed up residential construction, making home ownership more affordable. SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler highlighted that the program allows builders to secure up to $5 million in flexible financing. This fund can cover essential costs like labor, materials, and subcontractors, giving builders the ability to take on larger contracts and improve their competitiveness. The program features a low guarantee fee structure that makes it financially accessible. One of the significant advantages is its adaptability. It is customized as revolving or non-revolving lines of credit, which is beneficial for projects of different scales. This WCP program aims to encourage building in opportunity-zoned areas that often require more investment. Despite these benefits, small business owners still face challenges such as navigating eligibility requirements and potential bureaucratic obstacles. However, with rising family incomes and improving affordability, builders have an opportunity to expand their portfolio. Builders interested in this resources can reach out via email to the SBA to get started on. So this is really good, and I'm really hoping that this is a good boom for construction and a good boom for residential areas that need more houses. I mean, we're in a little bit of a housing crisis. When housing prices are going up and up and up, you need to just build more. I mean, that's basic supply and demand. There's a lot of demand, not a lot of supply, and it's resulting in some expensive housing. Hopefully this is a good way to be able to expand the housing market in a safe way that wouldn't necessarily crash any kind of economy. And of course, as soon as the housing market kind of cools and houses become more affordable, I would imagine that construction will probably go down. It's a perfect way to be able to facilitate this need for housing. I like it. Next up, we got some deals going on. Best Buy has a really good deal. They got a sale going on their Apple products. Apple recently came out and announced the MacBook Neo, MacBook Air M5, MacBook Pro M5. And so Best Buy has some specials where you can, if you pre-order through them, you can get some gift cards. They also got some sales in some of their older stuff and some trade-in opportunities too. So if you're a big Apple fan, give them a shot. Check out what they got. Instead of just pre-ordering it and not getting your gift card, go through Best Buy and check out them. It's a good way to get a $25 off your very expensive laptop. But they've got tablets, they got sales on their watches, and even on their AirPod headphones. So I'm going to have a link in the description where you could find this. Next up, just want to reiterate, and I've covered this before, Zoho Solo is on sale until March 31st. 50% off when you buy a year's subscription. So instead of $8 per month, it'd be $4 per month. And so you'd be going at $48. Best part about this, don't have to enter in a code. You don't have to go through a special URL. You just go to Zoho Solo, get it for a year, and it'll give you that 50% off discount right into the checkout. Don't have to do anything special. If you're a solopreneur and you're wanting all of these kind of different solutions, this is the best. This is a good opportunity for you. A whole year, $48, and it gives you contacts, events, tasks, expenses. There's a lot going into Zoho Solo that allows you to be able to handle your customers very efficiently. Give them a checkout. It's Zoho Solo, zoho.com/solo, and you have until March 31st to be able to get 50% off. Good deal. And I'm going to do something a little different here. This is an anti-deal. So this is a deal that you might come across. This one's from, I believe, Groupon. And you look at it and it's like, oh my gosh, $10 for a CD key for Windows 11. I mean, Windows 11 is normally like $100, $150, depending on the version you get. It kind of seems like a too good to be true. And so if it's too good to be true, usually it is. And so what happens with these is that a corporate key usually gets leaked. And these buyers buy this corporate key and they go to Groupon, they go to some of these other services and sell that corporate key. and go, oh yeah, you know, you only get it, you use it once. Well, if you've bought this, I've seen stories where people will buy multiple keys and it's just the same key. you get the same key twice, and then it's like, yeah, of course, it's just a corporate key that got leaked out. So beware. If you see Microsoft Office or Microsoft, it's usually, you'll see it a lot with Microsoft, but if you see it and it's like, oh, you can get it for $10, you might need to stay away from it. You know, do your research, buy from reputable sources, buy from reputable people. That's, you know, best thing just to know that you got it good. Buy from Microsoft directly, or one of like the big companies, Best Buy, places like that, Staples, Office Max. Then you know you're gonna get something a little bit more reputable. All right, we got some Reddit stories for you. First one comes from Boring Medium 7081. Just got back from an industry conference and genuinely feel like I felt lit on fire. So, okay, rant coming. Well, we sell B2B software to mid-market retailers, and I convinced myself that one of the big retail tech conferences in Vegas was worth attending this year. Registration alone was $1,800, add flights, 3 nights at the conference hotel, and we're looking at just over $4,000. I went in with a list of 20 specific people I wanted to meet. That's a good start. You know, going in with a game plan, I like that. I wanted to meet procurement managers, a few VPs of operation at regional chains, that kind of thing. People who would actually buy from us. Tried the conference app beforehand to find them and reach out to them. The in-app messaging is a joke. Maybe 2 people responded out of 15 messages, and one of them just gave a thanks. I also went through the LinkedIn event page and tried connecting with attendees. That way I got maybe 10% acceptance rate and 0 actual conversations. So I get there, and instead of meeting any of these people, I spent most of the first day wandering the expo floor, getting pitched by vendors, sat through 2 panels where nothing actionable was said, and did the awkward small talk thing at the networking cocktail hour. Come home with 6 business cards and 0 meetings booked. The cards are on my desk. They will stay there. I feel like everyone else has some system figured out that I just don't know about. What do you actually do before a conference to make it worth going? Genuinely asking, because I can't justify doing this again without changing something. Conferences are tough. You have to, and yeah, it's sometimes going to be hit or miss, but the more that you go, the more that people are going to know you. You're going to get to know this person, that person, and then you're going to be able to expand your pool of people as you get to know these people. And so it's very important to actually go to these things. And it's one of those things where, yeah, you may go, but then you might go, you might not be able to get anything out of it, but just keep working it. Because if you give up on just one bad experience, then of course you're never going to make it work. Another idea is you're pitching a product, and it's going to be hard to be able to pitch a product and get people to actually want and desire to actually talk to you. I mean, you're selling, and they know that you're going to be selling. So give them something that they want, which is probably booze. Just say, hey, can I buy you a pint? Liquor is going to be the best way to be able to get people to open up a little bit more and be able to accept a meeting. It's like, hey, can I buy you a beer? Hey, can I buy you lunch or something like that? You may be eating a lot of lunches, but that's a good way to be able to attract some of these people that you're trying to go after. And also, trying to hit up these things. I mean, it's LinkedIn. You may be able to get something, you may not. But I don't know about you, but I get like thousands of pitches from companies saying, oh, I get you the best software solution ever. You have to find a way to be able to break yourself out of just that average person coming in saying, I've got something for you. Everyone has something for these people. You got to stand out. Landlord just casually called to tell me he's selling the building. 8 years at this location. So I got a call yesterday, no formal notice or anything, just, hey, wanted to let you know I'm putting it up on the market. Cool, thanks man. 8 years I've been at this spot and built the whole customer base around this location. A big chunk of my regulars are people who literally walk past the window every day. My lease is up in 14 months and I honestly have no idea where I stand or what a new owner can even do. I do have some money from stake saved up from the past couple of years, so relocating isn't impossible, but it's just the cost. It's the risk. Moving a physical location isn't like changing your website. You lose people, guaranteed. Has anyone else gone through this? Did the new owner keep you on, try to negotiate the lease at some insane rate, or just push you out? Trying to figure this out. First of all, you got 14 months because you have that lease, and that lease is still binding even to the new person coming in. It's an agreement. So when they buy the building, they're buying the leases. And so at the very least, you got 14 months, or you should. I mean, he may break the lease, so you may be out at that point, but it's not like he can increase the rent at that point, but he can at 14 months. And at the very least, you do have 14 months, possibly less, if he wants to break the lease because of reason X, Y, or Z. But this might actually be a good opportunity for you. Look around, see if there are actually any better locations. Now, yes, you do have a good location, and you got regulars that just kind of walk past the window every day, but is there a better opportunity for you? I mean, you can't have the best location in the entire city. You might consider finding a new location that could actually bring in even more customers. It's a possibility. But don't necessarily take this as this is the end of my business. It just might be the start of a next chapter. I like this one. It's short and sweet. How do you follow up on invoices when a client doesn't pay you? I just want to know how you follow up on invoices and how much time do you waste with administration. So first of all, it just depends. What kind of invoices are you selling? Are they small invoices or are they big invoices? If they're small invoices, automate everything. Have a system in which if they don't pay the invoice by the due date, there's an automatic system that goes out that says, hey, just to let you know, you haven't paid the invoice at like day 3 or something like that after the pay, the due date. And then another at day 10, at another at day 20, and then at 30, final notice, going to collections possibly, escalate the tone of the email. But if it is a small invoice, automation only. And there are plenty of softwares out there that can do that for you. It's worth the time to be able to set up the invoice automation process to be able to follow up so that you yourself don't have to do this. Now, if they're big invoices, if you have a client base that pays thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, or maybe even hundreds of dollars for invoices, this is where it would be more of a personal. You're calling, you're communicating, and you're giving a good customer vibe to these individuals. You don't want to necessarily frustrate them or anything like that because there are thousands of dollars on the line. So a more personal touch when it comes to bigger invoices, automation when it's a small one. It's the best way to go. So hypothetically, if someone forgot to collect taxes for 18 months and their state sent them a letter, what's the move? So very hypothetically speaking, and this is purely a thought experiment for educational purposes only. Let's say a person started a candle business from a garage. This person set everything up themselves because they didn't want to pay an accountant. Hypothetically, this person did not know sales tax was a thing they needed to collect. They found out this when their state sent them a very real-looking letter that used the word delinquent several times. Hypothetically, this person now owes 18 months of uncollected sales tax out of their own pocket because they can't go back to 4,000 hypothetical customers and ask for 7.5% more on a candle they bought in 2024. This person called an accountant who said, "Oh boy," which is not reassuring at $200 an hour. Googled is hypothetically telling this person things ranging up from just pay it to jail. So he would love some hypothetical advice here. Edit. This is just hypothetical. Edit number 2. Please help me. Crying emojis. Hypothetically, if this were to happen, pay it. You pay it out of your pocket, and then hypothetically set up an automatic payment system. How are you not collecting sales tax? Like, usually systems out there are going to be like, you're located here and your customer is located here, and it would automatically calculate all of the sales tax. Now I could see, like, if you're at a farmer's market or something like that, yeah, I could totally see that you doing this, or just sending out PayPal invoices or something like that if you're doing it online. But how would you, like, that's the only way. Now, if you're going through any kind of system, Stripe, Square, anyone, a lot of all of these marketplaces are going to have sales tax baked into it, and would have, like, had that. Maybe there's some setup that I'm not knowing about, but boy, it would be kind of hard to not mess that up. Hypothetically. So get a nice POS system, get a nice online selling system if that's where you're selling them, that will automatically calculate it for the tax for the past. Eat it. That's all I got for you today. If you like this and you aren't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you again next week. Make sure that you like this video, and if you think that any of the information that I put out there is absolutely incorrect, well, here's your chance. Put it in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are and how you would have addressed any of these situations differently. And until next time, have a good day.